Hello, good morning students. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. So in our last class, what we have seen? In our last class we have seen that atmospheric pressure, and before that how pressure gets changed, right? Okay, anyway we completed the lesson. So at the end of that this module, I will explain basic concepts. That means I will revise it again. So before that we have to know that what is mean by force, some basic definitions. Which are the concepts we have seen? I will say the title alone. First we have to know that what is mean by force, definition of force, and then when you are applying the force, what effect can be happen on the object by the force, and then we have seen what are the types of force. So types of force we have to split as two major category. One is contact force, another one is non-contact force. Under the contact force we have seen that muscular force and frictional force. Non-contact force we have seen that gravitational force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, and then we have seen what is that pressure, basic definition about pressure, and how pressure gets changed. Okay, how pressure gets changed, that also we have seen, and finally atmospheric pressure, that we have seen. Okay, anyway we completed that lesson. Okay, so now we are going to see that what are the questions they gave in your book bag exercise. We are going to review that. Okay, so we will analyze that book bag exercise. So the title is force and pressure. So the exercise analysis, this is today's module. So take your book and see the book bag exercise. So the question number 1, give 2 examples of situation in which you push or pull to change the state of motion of objects. So you have to give 2 examples of situation in which you have to push or pull. So generally what we have to know, actually push or pull means what is that? It's a basic definition of force. So push or pull to change the state of motion of an object. So it will change the state of motion of object means, so when you are applying a force, so it will change its motion. So what are the examples for that? Can you give examples? Any examples you can give. Okay, so here I will give that. So answer first one, kicking of football. So if you take a football and place in the ground, while you are kicking you have to apply the force which is called push. That time we mention it as push. While you are going to the ATM, while taking the money, you have to push the door. Sometimes you have to push the door, and sometimes you have to pull the door, right? So that's called opening the door. That also an example for opening or closing the door. That also example for pull of an object. So it will change its position, right? It will change its state, right? Okay. So the next example, give 2 examples of situation in which forces causes a change in the shape of an object. Okay, what is that? If you are applying the force, what change in shape, when the change in shape will be occur, and if it is shape will be changing means what are that? So the first example, stretching of a rubber or balloon. Okay, so when you are stretching a balloon, okay, or rubber, or if you are blowing the balloon also, so when you are blow the air, what will happen? The size of the balloon will be increased, right? So that means there will be the change in shape by the application of any external force. Next one, making toy from clay. If you have taken clay and you have to apply some force, you have to pat it well, and then you will make some desired shape. So that is called that when you are applying the force, there will be some change in shape is there. That occurring of the change in shape may be the example for this one. And sir, we can write this 2 only. Yes, sir, we can write any other also. Yes, you can write any other, but should be change in shape must be occur. Okay, so the next one, shall we go next question? Okay, fill in the blanks in the following statements. So they gave some statements. We have to fill the suitable answer. So to draw a water from a well, we have to dash at the rope. So if we have taken water from a well, we have to dash at the rope. We have to what? Okay. Finally, I will say the answer until you have to find the answer. Okay. Second question, what they gave? A charged body. A charged body dash an uncharged body towards it. A charged body dash an uncharged body towards it. Okay. Third question, to move a loaded trolley, we have to dash it. Okay. The north pole of a magnet dash the north pole of another magnet. Now the questions are understood, no? Now I am going to give some options. For that, from the suitable option you can place that in the blanks, okay, which are given. So, okay, anyway, I will say that answer. First one, are you right? Check with your answer. First one, pull. So, to draw water from a well, we have to dash at the rope. That means we have to pull. Okay, we have to pull at the rope, right? A charged body dash an uncharged body towards it. Always remember that any one of the body charged, due to the charged body, it will try to attract another uncharged body. Okay, so a charged body attract an uncharged body towards it. Okay, understood? Third one, to move a loaded trolley, we have to dash it. So we have to push it. Okay, so if it is loaded trolley means we have to push the force, then only it can move. Next one, the north pole of a magnet. The north pole of a magnet dash the north pole of another magnet. So repels. The answer is repels. Always you have to know one thing. Opposite poles attract each other. Similar poles will be repel each other. Okay. That means north pole and all will be repel. North south pole or south north pole and all, it will be attract. Shall we go to the next question? Okay. An archer stretches her bow while taking aim at the target. She then releases the arrow which begins to move towards the target. Based on this information, fill up in the following statements using the following terms. First one, an archer stretches her bow. So bow you know, right? And he might get some target. Okay. And she then releases, that person. Okay, she releases that arrow which moves towards the target. So when she releases, at the time when releases, it will go, right? So the arrow which begins to move towards the target, based on the information, fill up in the following statement using the following terms. So they will give some terms. By using the terms, you can fill the following statements. The terms are, see here, muscular, contact, non-contact, gravity, friction, shape, attraction. So out of these keywords we have to take and we have to fill these blanks. Okay, we have to fill in the blank. First one, to stretch the bow. The archer applies a force that causes a change in its dash. That causes a change in its dash. Do you know the answer? Okay, wait, I will come. The force applied by the archer to stretch the bow is an example of dash force. The force applied by the archer to stretch the bow is an example of what kind of force it is. Okay. Third question. The type of force responsible for a change in the state of motion of the arrow is an example of dash force. Fourth question. While the arrow moves towards the target, the forces acting on it are able, that means are due to dash and then due to dash of air. Just read the question and try to find the answer. I'll give 30 seconds and you have to fill the answer. Time start now. Okay, anyway, I hope you found the answer. Shall we go to the answer? So the first answer, see here, to strike the bow, the archer applies a force that causes change its shape. So while you are stretching the archer, while you are stretching the bow, that rubber, strong rubber or any what's called a thin rope or whatever it is, it will be changing its shape, right? Okay, so the first answer, change its shape. Second one, the force applied by the archer to strike the bow is an example of contact force or muscular force. Okay, you can use contact force or muscular force. Third one, what is the answer? Okay, third one, the type of force responsible for a change in the state of motion, an arrow is an example of contact force or muscular force, both also, right? So you can write muscular or contact force. Fourth one, while the arrow moves towards the target, the forces acting on it are due to dash and then due to dash of air. That means first one, gravity, and then due to dash, due to friction of air. Okay, so while the arrow moves towards the target, the force is acting. So if you leave that arrow, so what are the kind of force mean? The gravity force will pull that object, try to pull, and then due to that air, some frictional force will be happen. The frictional force trying to stop that movement of arrow. Okay, so frictional force and the gravitational force both also is it possible. Shall we move to the next question? Yes, question number 6. Question number 5, you can find the tabular column questions. I think so. A blacksmith hammers a hot piece of iron while making a tool. How does the force due to hammering affect the piece of iron? Okay, so first you have to understand the question. A blacksmith hammers a hot piece of iron. You know, did you see in the workshop and all what is that blacksmith and all hammering, right? They have to heat that iron to become a red hot condition, and then they have to hammering. That's called they have to beating. They have to beaten up, and then they have to make the desired shape. Okay, how does the force due to hammering affect the piece of iron? How does the force? Shall we say that? Shall we see the answer? Okay, the answer is actually the force due to hammering is change in the shape of the piece of iron. Yes, of course. You can write the answer still more. Well, when you are beating that by using the hammer, what kind of force will be acting? That's called muscular force. The muscular force will be transmitting to that object, and due to that application of force, the molecules and all it will try to expand further, right, inside that iron. And even when you are heating also, the molecules and all it will go at randomly, right, inside that iron. So here we are not considering the chemistry point of view. Okay, here we are considering the physics. Okay, so here we have to take that answer, the force due to hammering, the change in the shape of the piece of iron. Okay, so we will move that next question in the further slide. Until you have to wait.